What's up, guys? I'm the Nearsighted Gamer, and with E3 going on this week, I decided to take a shot and do a video talking about what I would like to see at E3. In addition to the big three, as they're called, Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo, there are other studios who are doing their, excuse me, who are having press conferences for the first time. One being Bethesda, who had their press conference last night. I'll get to what I think about what they did in a second. And Square Enix as well is showing up for the first time. I know there are a couple of other studios uh, that are doing press conferences, but they, well, other studios who are doing press conferences for the first time. EA does one. I think Activision for the first time has one. Um, at the moment, I can't think of any others, but uh, I'll go ahead and focus on what I expect to see. First and foremost, let's go for Sony. Me being a PlayStation fanboy of sorts, I guess, not really, but um, what I'm really looking forward to is just seeing what PlayStation has to offer for us in the future. Because PlayStation is my main console. I don't have an Xbox One. It's my next gen console to go to. I love my PS4. I love the the accessibility, the things you can do with it, the streaming, the YouTube, and all that. It's just a really good system, and so I want to see what games will be, what's coming up in the future for it, what they have planned to make it better. As far as games, uh, I know that one of my favorite RPG series, Persona, is going to be on it, and maybe I could see, a trailer for that, a new trailer, or a release date. A release date would be great. I'd love to see a release date. I know Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain is coming out soon. There'll probably be more stuff for that. The Vita's still around, and hopefully the Vita will get some love, and some more games will be announced for the Vita. Focus on the future. Show us what's coming up, what's going on. I just want to see. I want to come out of the PlayStation's, the Sony press conference satisfied. Show me what you have coming as far as like new content, reasons why I'm going to love my PlayStation 4 more. Medium Molecule, they've been working on something for years since they didn't do Little Big Planet 3. That was another studio, and we saw a demo a little while back with them doing some sort of rhythm thing. I wasn't impressed. I don't think many other people were either. So I'd like to see what they are coming up with, what they're working on. There's rumors of a new God of War coming out, and first off, let me say, I loved God of War. It was a it was a great series, but for them to continue, I don't know what they would do. Anybody who's played God of War 3 knows that. How do you go after that? I mean, seriously, there was nothing left. Spoiler alert. When every one of your bosses was a god, and when you took them down, uh, what they stood for and what they kept under control was left into chaos. He, the world was just, how was it going to function? Maybe somehow in that world, I still love to play in that world, but I don't think I would like to continue Kratos' story anymore. Give me a new character who's even more interesting than Kratos, something like that. They've done the prequels to death. Ascension wasn't even an interest to me. I didn't even want to play it. They tacked on multiplayer, which seemed completely unnecessary. So uh, I hope something interesting. If you're gonna keep God of War going, please try to do something. Try to do something interesting. The prequels that were on PSP, I played those. Those were great, and they were good because that was information that we really needed. Ascension, I didn't play it, but I feel like what the story they were telling there was already known, and it really wasn't necessary to to go into that more. So they just wanted to see if they could just keep going with it. Remastered is coming out later on PS4. It's been a while since I played God of War 3, and I imagine it will look great. I may, I may just rent that one and try it out, and just for old time's sake, because yeah, there's a funny story surrounding me playing God of War, but I won't get into that. Uh, that's a different time and place. What else? Um, hmm. Oh, let's talk about The Last Guardian. The Last Guardian is still in development. Sony released a statement saying it's still in development. So a game that was talked about in like 2000, was it 9, 2007? Quite a long time ago. It's still, they're still working on it. So obviously it'll be for PS4 if they come out with it. Maybe, hopefully we'll see something like another, just something. I mean, I've seen that trailer from years ago so many times that it's not as awesome as it was at first. Like we're talking like the hype isn't there anymore surrounding the trailer. Now everyone's just curious to see what's going to happen, how it's going to end up, what is it transformed into at this point. That's mainly the thing that I would say is surrounding The Last Guardian now. People, just curiosity. Curiosity is all that's keeping The Last Guardian alive in people's minds now. All right, as far as games I want to see, I really want to see, my main focus is on RPGs this year. I really like RPGs. They're my favorite type of game over everything. So Final Fantasy 15 is definitely on top of my list. I would really like to see, well, what I think most likely, things that are most likely to happen, of course, are either a trailer, maybe probably a gameplay trailer, or another one or so, a release date, or, you know, announcement that the demo is available by itself. I mean, Final Fantasy Type Zero sold enough. I think it would have sold well on its own because of how much it was requested and wanted. So the demo just helped more. Uh, so I think it's about time to, put the demo out by itself. It would make more sense. Like now, E3 it's been out for a while. Go ahead and do it. I would really like a release date so I can go ahead and pre-order it, have it pre-order because despite whatever, even if I didn't see anything else, I would pre-order the game. And but I still would love to play the demo. I mean, they just updated the demo. They updated the demo. Surely, hopefully, that's a hint that they're going to do it. And uh, another RPG is Persona 5, which a lot more people other than me are excited about because the Persona series is just really good. I regret not completing 3 because it was somewhat overwhelming for me at first. I was like, wow, you have to balance back and forth on these. I love the gameplay, but didn't I didn't complete it, and I regret that so much. I've got to go back on that. I might have to end up playing my PS3 one more time just so I can complete that. But I did play Golden on the Vita, and it was great. It was perfect having it on the Vita because you just pick it up and put it down. You didn't have to be tied to the TV, which it would have been fine to be tied to the TV as well. But it was so good. The writing was good. The characters were good. Everything the plot was the plot, but the pacing was great. Everything, nothing felt rushed. It was all just so good. So I know that having this game on the next gen system as well as PS3, of course, is going to be so good. It's PS3 exclusive, if I'm not mistaken. And there's another RPG series, like probably one of my top 2. Even though I'm excited about Final Fantasy 15, uh, it's not one of my top series, but this is. They announced like some concept I mean, they announced the game and they showed like some screenshots from the newest Star Ocean. And Star Ocean and um, Grandia are games with my two favorite fighting styles. I've tried and tried and tried, but I can't decide between the two. But yeah, that's been announced. I don't know if anything from that'll come out, but here's hoping. Other than that, hmm, I'm just hoping here. Street Fighter 4 was just brought to PlayStation 4, and Street Fighter 5 is coming as well. We've seen trailers. I'm sure there'll be more on that. Maybe like more character announcements. They've announced Nash and Ryu and Chun Li and Bison, of course. So of course, Bison's going to be on it. That's not a surprise. So maybe like some new characters, or maybe a Rose trailer. I hope Rose makes it back. She's my favorite character. A lot of people don't like her, but I do. I get to aggravate people with her. So maybe some more on that. Cross my fingers. It would be so great if I they just dropped the bomb and gave us Marvel vs. Capcom 4. Oh, I so wish for that. The game would look so good and it would be so fun. But from what I hear, once again, there's squabbles going back and forth, so uh, I don't think too much that that'll happen. Uh, let's see, what else? Of course, with Activision, you're gonna have your Call of Duties and all that, blah blah blah. Not a shooter fan. Actually, the first shooter that I really got into, the only one that I played like you know consistently and dedicatedly. Dedicatedly? Is that a word? I don't think so. If it is, I just made it up. Hashtag dedicatedly. Uh, is Destiny, which, unless you've been living under a rock, in the ground, under another rock, you would know that Destiny didn't quite live up to the hype, depending on who you ask. Some people say it's fine, it's fine. A lot of other people will say, no, it's not fine. First and foremost, the gameplay for Destiny is great. It's the main thing that carries it. They're lacking in the story. There were some confusing elements at the beginning, lack of content. Uh, but the gameplay is solid, man. It's so solid. That's what keeps people coming back. And if it can get me, someone who doesn't play shooters, this is literally the first shooter that I've played dedicatedly ever and liked and came back to, then yeah, mainly because like my reaction time sucks. So I mean, I play Crucible and I do okay, but you don't have to play the Crucible. That's the thing. The multiplayer isn't the main focus. So there's stuff to do. It's a grind fest, but it's still fun. I can't describe it. There's a lot of bad things about it, but play for like a couple days, get your fix, and then get off. But if you're really into what the game is going for, grinding for this and for that, then you can play more. But I'm not into Call of Duty, um, Titanfall, although all those shooters they don't, I don't get them. I'm not good at them, so I don't play them. I'm not saying that they're bad, but I'm just not good at them, so I don't play them. I mean, that makes total sense. But they're going to get them every year. Black Ops 3 was announced. Everybody went totally crazy. Some millions will get lost in that. Eventually, it should start to die down, right? I mean, you don't like that, then cool, man. Um, but about Destiny, huh? I guess it is possible that they could talk about what's coming out this fall. There's supposed to be some new thing. Actually, I played Destiny when it came out in September of last year, and I I played it up until like January, and then I just got burnt out on it. Got the first DLC, got burnt out. I got back into it like about a month or so ago because my son got it, and the allure of being able to play it with him was great. So that kind of got me back into it. And I'm still on the fence about the DLC, the new DLC. Everybody says it's great and it's what the first one should have been. But uh, I don't know. I may or may not do it. But I wonder what I wonder if they'll come up with something. They are under Activision. I don't know. Activision like, no. You can't show this. You can only show like 5 seconds of what's going to happen, and then like charge everybody on the way out for that 5 seconds and stuff like that because that's the way it was with the store. Anyway, I'm just messing around. They're a multi-billion-dollar company. I'm sure they care what I think, right? Yeah. So there's that, and of course there's going to be your sports. I'm a sports fan, but your Maddens, your NHLs, I think is maybe out already. Your baseballs, your footballs, and stuff like that. Yeah, everybody can have that. Uh, unless you give me a new blitz. If you give me a new blitz, then I'm with you. Hear that, EA? New blitz. I mean, the other one on PlayStation 3, that was great. But just bring on the PS4. I mean, it would not take much, seriously, because you would. I know you wouldn't put that much effort into it. But you want more money? Make a new Blitz. Guarantee it'll be great. What else do we got? Yeah, I said Final Fantasy 15 earlier, but Square Enix is a lot more than that. So there'll probably be some stuff on Rise of the Tomb Raider, which is currently a Microsoft exclusive. I'm sure Sony will get it. Uh, I'm not heartbroken over it. It's fine. I did like Tomb Raider on PS4. I didn't plan on playing it. I didn't plan on buying it, but I caught on the deal, so I was like, why not? Uh, and it ended up being really good. It brought me back to like the days of playing like Tomb Raider 2 and Tomb Raider 3 with my friends, doing crazy stuff. But and it was pretty good. I really liked it. So I'm interested to play Rise of the Tomb Raider, but I'm willing to wait the 6 months or year or however long time exclusive is for it. So I'm cool with that. Oh, uh, I can't speculate on Bethesda because they had theirs last night. So I'll talk about what I thought about what they did. They started it off with Doom, which looked awesome. And I know I said I don't play shooters, but with the game, the way the gameplay was for that, it seems like it could be something that I could just jump into and play and just have fun. If it's fun, I don't feel penalized or like that I have to struggle and all that because of how bad I usually am. Then yeah, I'll jump right on it. I'll definitely give it a shot. I mean, why not? They went to all this trouble. Like as good as Doom was back in the day, and now for it to be brought back, I'll definitely give it a shot. They announced a Skyrim card game which is going to be on iOS and PC, and it's going to be free. So watch out, Hearthstone. Your title may be gone. Haha. Again, interested. Is as easily as Hearthstone just came out and like took over and really really took what the base of what it was and made it into a card game that was easy to play. If this game comes out and this is easy to play and as fun as Hearthstone is, then we'll have actually a card battle war. Oh, look at that! But it has potential to be great with what it's drawing from. Drawing from Elder Scrolls, that's a great way to get everybody in. So we'll see what happens with that. Uh, I know I'll get to it, but there's something else. They showed a trailer for Dishonored 2. Now, I played the first Dishonored. I liked the first Dishonored. It was a really good game in my opinion. I had problems, but it was really good. Dishonored 2. I could have done without them making a Dishonored 2. Whenever I beat the first one, I wasn't thinking, oh man, it'd be cool if they made a 2. You get to play as either Emily, the princess from the first one that you saved, or Corvo, and they said that each of them have their own different powers. So that gives you at least two playthroughs, and then if you tack on all of the different decisions that you make and choices that you make throughout the game, it gives it plenty more. Um, I wasn't I wasn't that. I know that it's possible. It was likely that there would be a Dishonored 2, but I'm not that excited about it. I'm sure I will play it, but I'm really not. Um, if I was, then I probably would have played Thief. I saw Thief as just like, take the core of Dishonored and put it in this different setting and just make him a thief about it. It wasn't. I didn't play Thief. I didn't want to. This, I'm interested to see what different powers Emily may have, and if Corvo has some different ones. That has my interest. The story is going to be more of a political thing and something about the Empire and all that. Just a reason to kill people and not be seen doing it. So I'm not that excited about it. I'm sure I will play it, but eh, okay. And now on to the big one, Fallout 4. Holy crap! That game. uh, Once again, I'm aware of the Fallout awesomeness. Okay, 3, everybody loved it. New Vegas, some people loved it. Also, didn't play either one of those. But Fallout 4, well, let me say the reason I didn't play the 3 was because like there was issues with probably with me being able to see stuff. So I'm not gonna struggle to play it. If it was that big of a deal, then whatever. But I may actually have a chance with this one. The amount of content in this game seems crazy. Like you can collect resources from materials around the world and use them to craft and build your own settlements and everything. You have a dog, whatever. You get the character creation is pretty in depth. You choose between a male or a female. Apparently, you couldn't do that before. So, yay, feminism. So, that's actually something people are excited about. Like, okay, I'll have to explain it from this point. With what you can do, I'm not explaining as much as I didn't say as much as Todd Howard did, but with what you can do, there's the building of things, the creation, the dialogue trees are improved apparently. The game looks so good. Um, the customization to weapons, 50 different types of weapons, 700 different modifications that you can make to your weapons, uh, all that. The amount of content and depth that there is in this game uh, is astonishing. Like, there's been so much put into this. They said they've been working on it like since Fallout 3, like off and on, but then they had to like balance between Elder Scrolls and all these other things. But officially, like since then, so they've had time to do plenty of stuff with this, and it shows. Whether or not it's my type of game or something that I'll get into is yet to be seen. But uh, there was so much you can do. And coming from a standpoint of like, wow, that's better than Fallout 3. Wow, that's changed from Fallout 3. I don't make those kind of observations. I make the observation of, wow, this game has all this stuff that you can do, all this content, all this is available. Like, wow, so much time has been spent in this game, so much effort has been put into it, making it good that I don't see how it's not going to sell like an insane amount of copies. Like Witcher, yes, that has a lot to do and a lot of time, but this one is this one's gonna rival. It's gonna give it a run for its money. What else from Bethesda? Oh, they announced an iOS game, which it seems like it'll be pretty fun. I guess if you're into that type, you manage people inside of the vault and keep them all happy. If you're into simulation, yeah, That's all you. They announced a Pip Boy edition for Fallout 4 where you get like a real life, well, not real life, but you get an actual Pip Boy that you can put your phone in that an app works with. That's pretty cool. I bet Fallout geeks are just going crazy right now. And what else? I think they did okay for their first press conference. Yeah, they did a really good job. A lot of people are thinking it. Uh, and there's also talk about like how Fallout 4 is already won E3. Like, is there anything that can compete with the hype and be game of show? So far, it looks like it'll be Fallout 3. Uncharted maybe, depending on what they do with it, or just some well kept secret. Maybe Nintendo can come in there, and bust out a new Metroid. Yeah, I haven't talked about Nintendo actually. Um, let's start with that. Uh, Nintendo and their consoles tend to go in a certain pattern. New console comes out. There's your Mario game. When's the next Zelda game? When's the Mario Kart game coming out? And then we'll just sprinkle out things. Maybe there's a Kirby here, a new type of Yoshi, something, whatever. They have a vast catalog that they can draw from, but they usually go for those, obviously because those games are they're huge sellers. That's understandable. GameCube, they did it. Wii, they did it, and Wii U, they did it as well. And they usually try to revolutionize. They revolutionized with the Wii, and they sold big with it. And then with the Wii U, not so much. It wasn't really revolutionary. They just tried to tie something to it. Didn't sell as good as they thought, and now they're currently working on something different. Hopefully, we'll see a glimpse of that. Uh, see what that's about. Get some information on the new games they got going, and get get something new from Nintendo. I mean, we had Splatoon, and that's great. Which they said that there's more things to come with that. More modes will be announced. Um, and back to their vast back catalog, they have so many games they could draw from. Everybody would love to see, I know. But along the lines of those heavy hitters from the beginning, like Metroid was there from the beginning. And the last Metroid game that was released was Other M. Yay? No, actually. Like, me and a friend of mine, we're always talking about where's the new Metroid? Give us a new Metroid, a new side-scrolling Metroid. Don't do the 3D thing. That was great, but give us a side-scrolling Metroid, old school, but updated. Just what made Metroid good, something like that. Like that would be an instant hit, no doubt about it. You keep making they're making Kirby games, really? Like yeah, Kirby. Kirby's got like 3 or 4 games. He's got a new one coming out. There's a new Yoshi game coming out. Yeah, it's got a new look, but it's still a Yoshi game. Why not Metroid? After all this time, bring back Metroid. Please, Nintendo. So, that's what I would like to see from Nintendo. Something on a new Metroid, another new, or few new IPs from Nintendo, and even though it's one of the go-tos, like more on the new Zelda game. Yeah, because as far from what they say, the world's going to be huge. So we've got like a little bit of Link fighting on the horse, which is great. But like, show more of that. Get back in there, Nintendo. Show us why we loved you so much as kids. Bring it back. Bring back what we love from you. Let people know that you're not down. Come on back. Hmm. I think that's probably all I got to say about it. Those are a lot of things I'm looking forward to, and what I think may or may not happen. I know I left out a lot of things. I didn't talk about Uncharted for Sony, which that's duh. I didn't even have to because of course they're going to come. They're going to show that. Maybe more gameplay, not just Nate climbing on rocks, going around, which those are some good looking rocks. But uh, they'll definitely show Uncharted. They announced the collection for this fall, no multiplayer, but you get beta access to Uncharted 4. Um, just also from any of these guys, just something to surprise us. I want surprises as well. Something like what, one more thing, and it's just boom, awesome. Something that we didn't expect. Nobody saw coming. Secrets were kept good. Stuff like that. Uh, there's No Man's Sky for Sony as well. They all right. Here's my thing with No Man's Sky. I'm sure it's going to be great. Like they keep talking about, it's so big, you can go, and it'll take you this much time to do the whole world. You'll never see another person, blah blah blah. Yeah, yeah. You keep talking about that, but what do you do on it? Show us what you do. You go and explore this world, and do what? Do you pick flowers? Do you plant crops? What? You repopulate the planet? We don't know. Fly around the ship to these different planets, you see stuff, but what's the goal? What's the gameplay goal? Elaborate on that. You've told us how good it looks. You've showed us the space. You've showed us how you can go in and out of the atmosphere. Yeah, we see that. But show us what we'll be doing. Because I'm not just going to play a game where I can just go out and do that. As good as it may look and as awesome as the concept is, yeah, but gameplay, more game, just give me some meat. Okay? No meat. Uh, is there anything I'm leaving out? I know I'm hopping around now. I got kind of lost my train of thought. Trying to wrap up to see if there's anything I hadn't thought about. Talked about those cons. Uh, I think that's about it. Uh, I told you what I wanted to see and what I think might be there. The usual thing. I gave my summary of Bethesda. There's plenty more. So I'll also plan on doing like summaries for each day. I'll try to I'll summarize the conferences and what I see if I even if any of my predictions came true. See if they lived up, if they heard me by some chance. I doubt it. Uh, just doing a day by day summary of like how the day went and what I thought of the conferences from people. I'll try to bring those to y'all for today, well, for Monday and Tuesday and probably Wednesday. After that, then it'll just be about my thoughts on what's out and around. I'll probably do a recap video as well, but this is my I guess preview video, and I'll do a recap at the end. But anyway, I'm rambling. Sorry, guys. Uh, like this video if you like it, please. And if you don't like it anyway. Be a rebel. Uh, Comment positively, negatively. Uh, Let me know what you think. I want to hear either way. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the Nearsighted Gamer. And also like my Facebook page, the Nearsighted Gamer, facebook.com/Nearsighted Gamer. I'd love to have a like there. You can also find out when I'm uploading new videos from there as well. If you're not subscribed, and if you're not subscribed, why? Why? Okay. Enough rambling. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see y'all next time. Later, peeps.